Hey everybody, welcome to A Valley Without Wind. I was talking on Twitter about games that I've been playing. I've been playing this one a little too much, especially late at night, and it's definitely a different one. It's not one you hear much about. It's made by this group down here, Arcen Games or Arcen Games, and it is definitely its own little beast here. Let's just jump right in. I'm gonna create a new world. These are all pretty good. Alright, so the game starts, you create your first character. It says, don't get attached, it's not a question of if they die, but when. Rather than controlling a single character, you control a series of heroes who are set out to better the lot of their settlement, and heroing is dangerous business. Basically the plot of the game is there's been this big cataclysm, and apparently all the people and all the monsters from all the ages of the world have been squished together, and just everything's going wrong. Magic is broken, and you have to go out and you have to set out and try to fix it as best as you can. It says that you're likely to die, but at the same time, I haven't actually died on my other character, but he's been, but I've beaten like the first lieutenant out of 4. But let's see here. These are all randomly generated characters. These are good. Like, I mean, this looks like a good character right here. It's got a little less mana than this guy, but also has plus 9% mana regen. That's pretty fast, so pick her. Good health, good attack, you know, okay mana. 110% starting stats, cold tolerant, because you're from the Ice Age, anti-knockback, and then some armor. Plus 8 haste. I'm not sure what haste is. It's got a load. This would be the tutorial. And this is a platformer. Run and jump. Alright, fire touch. Generally there's signs that pop up, but I guess because this isn't my... Oh, there's the signs. Extraordinarily, here lies Morgan Jules, extraordinarily brave, extraordinarily impatient. She didn't even take the time to check her health status or what her spell gems she had equipped for easy access. All she had to do was look in the bottom left corner and hover over anything she wasn't sure about. So this is your health. Again, everything has like big pop-ups when you hover over it. Then this is your mana. You'll notice that as I use the attack, my mana decreases and then increases again. And yes, I'm just hitting these trees in the background. They generally drop crafting materials, cedar logs. There's the quick bar. You don't use the mouse wheel, which I kind of don't like. I like using the mouse wheel. But here's my first attack, fire touch 1. Pretty crappy. Like, barely any range at all. You have to really be standing right next to something to attack with it. Here lies Sean Sunderland, crushed under a pile of crates while trying to harvest some granite, survived by his beloved wife and 3 turtles. If only he had remembered his fire touch spell gem. And that's what all your abilities are spell gems for the most part. And here lies Annette Lake. Forgot to eat while harvesting ingredients. She didn't look in her crafting stockpile by pressing C, so she didn't know she had more than enough. It's always good to gather materials when you can, but she was downright obsessed. Such a shame. You only need so many rocks after all. Yeah, pressing C brings up your crafting stockpile. So far I have 2 cedar logs. Up in the top left corner is the map. You can see this little green thing means that there's like good stuff to gather here. So I picked up some granite. Just blow this crates up. Orange is like chests and money and such. Picked up some wood platforms. You're going to be using a lot of wood platforms in this game. It says to keep them onto... I'll just tell you. I'll just read it for you here. Go up here. Here lies Jane Cayenne. Fell into an acid lake and couldn't climb out in time. Oh yes, you know the floor is lava, that game? The water is acid, so you don't want to touch it. His girlfriend misses him but wished not to be mentioned by name. We'll always wonder why he left home without wooden platforms. Wooden platforms are good. I like to keep them on the middle click rather than the right click. Here you go, see? They just float, they stick wherever, pretty much wherever. Like you can't put them up here. If you put them up where there's no background, they just fall. But I'm gonna come over here. Yeah, you can just pick them up again. That chest has an ever-ending supply. Just go up here, featherweight enchant. Pushing X will give us the enchants. Basically, that's your armors. And I'm actually going to go down in here. Oh gosh, I have like no light. I forgot about that. Oh well, here we go. Consciousness shard. These are your money. Essentially your money. And 200 is pretty good pickup, so it's kind of worth all the damage. Oh, okay, that wasn't though. That was dumb. Here we go. Next part of the level. Just stick them up here. Jump up. Pick up some cedar logs. Oh look, an apartment building. There's lots of things to explore in here. I'm just gonna blow up all these things. Minor light enchant. There we go. Now I can actually see in the dark. Note to tenants. Corpses should be buried at night at least 20 meters from the building. If you need a gravestone or other supplies, climb down to the storeroom. Don't forget to equip your light enchantment with the X key. And down here in the minimap you can see different things. So let's go in here. Proceed to bedroom number 6. Oh look, there's some cool stuff. Mana upgrade 5. And a storm dash. Burst of speed propels you forward at 300% of your normal rate, burning up mana until you release the right or left arrow keys. But you take twice as much damage during this time. I actually didn't know that. Does not work if your speed is currently reduced to 0. Automatically used if in your inventory and you double tap left or right. Yep. I really did try to help out the old building manager. I used to live here, but a lot of the people didn't survive the cataclysm, and old John was among them. Thanks to the protection afforded by my new glyph, I've been venturing out of the settlement. I found a lot of stashes like this one in old abandoned buildings. Keep an eye out for the gold room on your dungeon maps, so down here. I'm pretty sure we can just take what we need from these stash rooms without guilt now. And so you can go into like these other rooms, but like unless you're using them as a way to get to other places, they won't do you much good. So if we go in here, jump up here, this gravestone. Here lies Thomas Cross, starved to death trying to get off this very ledge. Apparently he didn't realize he could get back down through the wooden ladders. Tip, press the down key to fall down through platforms. So like a lot of wooden platforms and such are you just push down and you can fall in. Go in here. Oh, there's a warp gate and a nice health upgrade. I'm just going ahead and equip these right now. So, upgrade. Oh, that can only be equipped at full health and only in settlements. So I guess I'll do that later. And you can see here, there's this another gold room here. So let's go in this destroyed room. See if we get there. Oh. Note to scavenging losers. You thieving glyph bearers are always roaming the countryside stealing our stuff. When it comes to destroyed rooms like this one, you're wasting your time anyway. There's never anything worthwhile in them, ever, in any building. I mean, come on, use your map. You can tell if a room didn't make the cataclysm intact if it is gray on the map. Down here, destroyed room, destroyed room. Unless you need a quick hidey hole or a place to swap out your enchants. There, consider that my contribution to your cause. So, but how do we get there? How do we get to this room if that bedroom is destroyed? Well, I'll have to go through the ventilation. Here lies Zebulon Ledsford, survived by his loving sister. Cool, ball lightning. So I'll just go ahead and switch those. There's some more wood platforms. Since graves are in such wide supply, I've quickly inscribed my message here. I've gone to get help, but apartment number 3 has collapsed, trapping my friend Zeb inside. If I had a way to get into the ventilation system, I'd have already have him safely out. Back as soon as I can. If you find this first, please help him. Well, old Zebulon's already gone. So we've looted this place pretty well. Here lies Celeste Ledsford, mauled to death by a red slime, perplexingly. Having quite recovered from the death of her boyfriend Jane, we think her decision to take on this line with fire touch was no accident. Here lies David Wellesley. Red slime got him. Yup, red slime. Seriously, people need to stay back from that red slime. It's a menace. There's the red slime. See, look. 200% elemental resistance. You're never gonna kill it with that. So fortunately, that's why we have this. And killing enemies will most of the time will give you these consciousness shards and and some health globes to pick up. And health globes will automatically just be absorbed into you if you need them. We got another warp gate. Here lies Jinsek Yoon, slain by icicle leapers while on a mission to gather supplies for the settlement. If only he had thought of to destroy the icicle leapers from the distance. In the past, he had always been a master of tactics, setting up wooden platforms to snipe even the dangerous skelebots from above. But this time he just dove in. So we jump up here. Okay, well, I already have that, so I don't need it again. Note to fellow glyph bearers, as awesome as the Alari don't seem to be, don't waste your time with this Alari stone. The Alari that talks through it is extremely rude, but then again, neutral Alari always are. Unlike the Guardian Alari that make our settlement safe, they at least seem to actually care if we live or die. Try to make your pleas quick. So I'm just going to go ahead and blast these guys from up here. Apparently I got something. And it's kind of hard to tell, like, what's an icicle leaper and what's my own attack. So let's see. What's down here? Passage to lower dungeon? Sure. So dungeons and buildings are similar. You'll find different stuff in them in like the loot rooms, but they're in general fairly similar. We don't know who this guy was, but we found his body and buried him. Given the only thing he had in his inventory was fire touch, it would seem safe to assume that he was here to harvest gems or minerals. Poor guy who's probably just trying to stock up to learn a new spell or something. So I'll just go ahead and... My goodness. That was bad. Let's go ahead and explore around here. Underground cavern number 2. If we enter into it, into this dark brown room. Note to fellow glyph bearers. I guess if you're here, you don't use your dungeon map. Clever glyph bearers look for the differently colored dungeon map nodes and then hover over them to pinpoint the high value goods. They pick up things like quartz and granite wood along the way rather than scouring every last cavern for them. You could waste a lifetime doing that. And you really could in this game. Things go deep. So just underground cavern. This is an underground cavern with gem caves. This is an underground cavern with a boss. And little white lines indicate that there's a secret passage. So there's probably a secret passage between this room and that boss room. Oh gosh. Let's go ahead and just hit those guys. Here lie 24 fools, give or take. Why did they leap down the hole blindly instead of placing wooden platforms? Why did they get so close to the robots so the robots can kill them? Why don't they use wooden platforms to get a better firing angle at enemies below them? Why don't they at least jump or duck enemy incoming shots? Oh gosh, there's a lot of robots. Phew. Underground cavern that doesn't go anywhere. You can look down here, see the big blue gem is where you are, and the little blue gem is where that doorway leads. And we can just come up here and see what happens here. Just pop down into the boss room. Apparently I can't get past there, so we'll just move on from there. I can't actually hit that guy with any of my spells. So instead we'll head back. And we'll try to go to these 2 caves down here. Okay, that takes me back there. The area below this ledge is the #1 cause of glyph bearer death in these caves, so listen up. Oh gosh. Facing a group of enemies, use your head. Stay out of their reach or they'll rip you apart. Unless you already have a lot of specialized enchants, you'll make a very poor brawler. So. And by the way, you'll notice it is in fact taking us like three or 4 hits to take out these guys. 3 hits, and we get plus 40% damage against them. So, like it says, 40% extra elemental damage, and it's still taking us a ton of hits. So, you know, it's not just like jumping down there and being the Leroy Jenkinsing down there isn't going to be the best idea ever. Go over here, Consciousness Shard. Ooh, this goes underground cavern with gem veins. And you've made it pretty deep and underground. Impressive. You don't know you don't have to exit on foot, right? This gate will let you warp back to any other gate you previously passed. Yeah, it's true. Those will warp out to anywhere that has another gate. Oh, this is much better. I'm going to switch out Ice Cross with the Fire Touch. You have two different kinds of spells. You have your projectile spells and then you have your like area spells. And your area spells will also do damage to the background objects, and that's what you want to use for mining. I always keep that on my right click because here we go. Oh geez, I actually ran out of mana. Oh my gosh, how many of these? Come on. And, oh geez, come on. And what do I get for coming all the way over here? Oh. Jade. That was worth it. Time to run back. Whoop. I don't use my, dash that much because just that sort of thing happens. More jade. Looking for gem veins? Use your dungeon map to find them with minimal fuss. Just a friendly reminder, you want to use a spell like Ice Touch to harvest gems. Fire Touch, or the Ice Cross. This is a spell gem crafting workbench. Yes, you do in fact craft some spells. Launch Rock 2 is pretty much amazing. I guess you are in fact supposed to get this. It's a lot better than anything else. Like, I used this spell pretty much most of the game so far in my other playthrough. What else might I want? I mean, we'll get a lot of these just by completing missions later too, so I haven't really felt much need to craft stuff. Maybe that's on like different higher difficulty levels. Maybe you'll find more needs to craft stuff later on. Let's go into the warp gate. Let's get out of here. Let's warp back to the surface. Get those. And we'll continue our journey. If I can jump. Oh my goodness, I can't jump today. What's that? In honor of Jinsek and John, our settlement's first two cliff bearers. In the deeper caves, we have constructed a spell gem workbench. Normally only find workbenches in settlements, but we provided this one. You find themselves trapped by slimes. Let you cast spells and must be crafted a workbench using ingredients you find. Whoa there, you die. That's right. Launch Rock is pretty much amazing. Here lies John, went out to look for Jinsek around the time the slime started showing up. Each spell is associated with an element, but John was too picky. He only carried spell gems of one element with him. Yeah, you're going to want to carry them around. As good as Launch Rock is, some enemies are, in fact, strong against Earth, and so you'll want to use something else. Let's move on here. Okay, there's a mini-boss. There he is. Killed by a giant robot while taking the low road home. May she rest in peace, and may someone someday make that robot rest in pieces. So let's see if we can get him to come back here. Maybe not. Oh, hello, Icicle Leaper. Yes. There's always that bit of lag just at the end of beating the mini-boss. Thank you. We'll just go down here. We should figure out how to get up there. I wonder what's up here. I'm just kind of always have to explore everything. Yeah, of course, being these guys being ice are strong against my ice spell. I think, yeah, this was just a place so you could stand and get a better shot on the big robot guy. Oh ho! Here we are in the settlement. Gained a new enchant. Let's look at that. Resilient form. So I can either have light or this resilient form. And since it's daytime, I'll just go ahead and use that. And let's see if I can equip these. Yes, equip health and mana. Power legs enchant. So again, like, I can either have falling damage immunity and extra mana, or plus movement speed and extra mana. I kind of like falling immunity more. This is a game where I tend to fall a lot. Risk Taker enchantment and Niche Air enchantment. Risk Taker. Oh geez. Minus 100 deflection rating, which means you're just going to take a whole bunch more damage. Plus 20% spelled strength and plus 24 entropy power. I have no entropy spells, no reason to use that. And then the resilient form, I'm just going to keep that on unless I want light. And the Niche Air enchant goes right on the feet. Plus 30% jump power and minus 15% falling velocity. And here's a survivor. It's maddening knowing unthawed lands are so close, but being unable to get to them. Have you seen them? Air Slash. Plus 54% projectile speed. I'll take that for a little while. Moderate inner light. You're pretty much no reason to keep a minor inner light and a moderate inner light, so I'm just gonna drop it. Make some room in my inventory. There's 3 continental residents. These are 3 survivors in the settlement. Have this guy. He's a stonebinder, a forgician, and a lumbermancer. And those are kind of funny names, yeah, but it's like no worries. It's cool. I can just drop spell gems here to turn into consciousness shards. I kind of don't want to. I could, since I may never just use either of these again, but no reason to. I forgot how many enchantments you pick up at the beginning. Plus 34% mana regen on the right arm. That's good. This one is Power Slide. Power Slide ability, duck while moving, sort of like Mega Man. Let's check that out. Okay, never mind. Apparently I don't know how to work that. Here you can buy stuff. You're going to buy a lot of Guardian Power Scrolls. A lot of these things you place on the world map, which we're going to go take a look at shortly. And they boost the abilities of your other survivors. Your dispatch missions, these are, you're sending these guys out to go get stuff. And it's based on how well they do is based on how happy they are. And how good they are at their job. So we have a lumbermancy, so I could send somebody out to do this. She'd have a 35% chance of success, but she'd probably die. So there's pretty much no reason to do that. Giving them gifts will increase their morale, and also we need to find up here this food shortage. We need to build covered farms. They won't die if they don't have food, but they will just get progressively more grumpy and unwilling to do things. The few things you should do. These are the things that we need. Use 2 more upgrade enchant points, which I should probably just go do that. So your upgrade enchantments are these ones, the health up, mana, and attack upgrades. You can have up to 10. So, I mean, I have a health and a mana one. I'll just go ahead and get I'll just get a level 2 attack upgrade, and just go ahead and attach that. Goodness. This is a firepower enchant, which I don't... It's an uncommon one, which is what that little green bar means. But I'm not using... I'd rather have the mana right now. I'm not using fire. Elven Boots is... this emits light and gives entropy power and movement speed. So I could have better jumps, or I could have faster and seeing in the dark. And then Acid Gills is acid water immunity and water, 12% water power. Which, that actually is good. I'll probably just use that situationally. Here's some wooden crates. As you can see, it's starting to get dark. Eventually it'll get so dark that I won't be able to see if I don't have my light enchantment on. Spells ready to crafting. I already have this launch rock. Don't want another one. Let's go out on the map and take a look at this. Let's go see what our world looks like. So, we're walking around. We got lieutenants, another level lieutenant. So all our lieutenants, all our big baddies are down here. And then we go up north. We have another lieutenant. Travel along, and I can't get there even. I wonder where's the Overlord? It's, am I missing something? Is he just like over there? Oh, there he is, all the way over there. There's the Overlord who we have to beat to basically win. I don't know if it's the whole game or just this area. And meanwhile, we're given these little missions to do. This is our settlement, and the missions give us various things. Shape matter. Basically, we use it, and this new building appears in the settlement, and it gives us a bonus of some sort, just permanently. And then we have spells. We have to do these missions, and the missions are actually pretty varied, surprisingly. They did a good job with that. And then they give you these rewards. We want to look for one that has a title farm, or a covered farm. That gives the covered farm as a reward. That's one of the first things we want. And it's randomly generated, so it won't everything. So you may not get it for a while. You may just need to kill bad guys and save up money for it. We probably won't ever do this mission since its only reward is Launch Rock, which I already have. I'm not too excited about any of these missions. I don't even know if we have a technozoologist. But this one could be good. Probably just end up doing this one. But I'll save that for next time. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to play more of this. I have been playing a lot of this. And talk to you next time. Goodbye.